I'm still waiting for that episode. I'm actually glad you said that because we honestly we need to clarify this. Like when we're talking, like when we use terms like DC's problem, we need to make it clear we're talking about the movie section of the studio and not DC as a whole, because we've, like you said, like we've had conversations about their animated universe that ended, really cool with the Apocalypse War. Despite how, like you said, despite how some of y'all feel about the Arrowverse is very popular, and they actually had a plan and put together a 6-episode crisis event that they built to over the course of 10 years. We've never actually had conversations about like Marvel animated stuff. So we know where they're yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like when people be like, "Oh, DC sucks," it's like make sure you clarify what you're talking about when you say that. Like when you say that. Right. So I mean, I'm disappointed because it's, because I'm the one that always said like they had an executive problem, but I don't think, like, we're at a point now where I don't think it's them not knowing what they're doing. It's more like childish antics. Like, we're in high school now. Whereas, like, for some reason, someone that sits at that round table has a problem with Zack Snyder. And then now he's just like, oh, I'm going to blow up the whole thing now because I don't like you for whatever reason. And everyone else is allowing him to sacrifice the bigger picture for his petty, just so he can get his petty revenge.
But also on that, sorry to cut you off. Also, that Zack Snyder wants to walk away. It's not just that.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't want to deal with them.
He wants to walk away from it too.
He's doing that Netflix money now. He's doing another movie for Netflix, a sci-fi film. So
yeah, and I mean, and if that's the case, but if that's the case, there was a way for him to walk away without making it look like they were about to meet at the back of a high school at 3:00. Because now the whole thing is just a mess. I mean, I agree with Nadia. It's like, at the end of the day, if you couldn't work out contracts with Henry Cavill, and if Ben Affleck was upset because you didn't want him to do his Deathstroke movie, then you should have just recast him and moved on, because Aquaman made $1 billion. People forget that. Like everybody, like Shazam is DC's Marvel film. Like everybody likes Wonder Woman. So the universe is already built. So technically speaking, even if you use the Flash, you can't start over, because there's still a Wonder Woman 3, there's still an Aquaman 2, and there's still Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and there's still Black Adam. Like, these movies exist in a specific time, in a specific time frame. The only thing they can do with the Flash movie, because since there's 2 Flashes, because there were 2 Ezra Millers in the trailer, if you take the long-haired Ezra Miller and put the Supergirl and the Black Batgirl and all that stuff with him, and let the short-haired Ezra Miller continue with everybody else, that would be a good way for them to salvage it. Because I don't understand the point of why there are two Flashes in the movie anyway. Because if you're going to do that, you should have brought in Grant Gustin. But
unless that is a placeholder for Grant Gustin.
Yeah. I mean, we all know he's going to be in it. But I don't like it. Not so much because it's a bad idea or it's poor representation. I don't like where the idea came from. It's not like somebody legitimately sat down and said, hey, this should be a good idea. It's more like, fine, Henry Cavill, you don't want to be